couldn't help but think of the letter. There had been another intended mayor. Why had they not come here? Who had brought me here in their place? Retail itself was a small wooden shack with a tin roof and a smoking metal chimney. Inside it was deceptively spacious. The place had a kind of bric-a-brac feel. Pre-loved furniture stood on brightly coloured reclaimed pallets and sported hand-written price tags. A tall woman with arsenic-white skin and big pink hair. In the corner, a guy in overalls and an Elvis quiff slept noisily.
Welcome to the recycle shop, retail. Oh my, would you happen to be the new mayor? What an honour!
I was told, I stuttered, feeling my confidence falter. What did I really know about this place, other than what Annabelle had told me?
Our shop buys items and furniture to resell here. So, Mayor, if you have something you no longer need, please bring it by for a fair price.
Carefully, I showed her 2 of the oranges I had stowed in my pockets. The other I saved for a meal.
Well, I'll start crunching the numbers right away. Well then, I could probably part with 200 bells for all of it, if that sounds okay with you.
I probably gasped. Right there in this absurd woman's hands were the bells to get me out of this town. Deal! She smiled and counted out more of the round golden coins. On one of the raised stands hung a thick woolen jacket with gold buttons. I shuddered, suddenly feeling the cold and realising I was still wearing the clothes I'd arrived in. How much for the jacket?
Well...
She hesitated for a moment, a faraway look in her eye.
That used to belong to Patrick. The asking price is 100 bells.
I'll take it, I said, passing her back a coin and pulling the warm jacket over my cold arms. I headed to the door. She called after me as I went.
Come back with more anytime you like.
I ran from the store, pelted across the railway line and into town. Main Street looked as though it had suffered hard times. Far from the bright colours of the town and the happy-go-lucky nature of the villagers, most of the stores here were shut up. Not just closed for the day, but vacant. Boarded windows, overgrown ivy. There was a basement plot with chains across the entry. Elsewhere, building materials and equipment lay scattered, as though someone had started something, but never managed to finish. At the end of town were a bench and a viewpoint that looked out over the sea. The railway line ran out of town and over a cantilevered steel bridge. It stretched out to the horizon, no land in sight. In the other direction, the rails disappeared into a tunnel cut straight through a sheer cliff wall. That was the way I'd come in. The photo booth was pushed up against the wall next to what looked like a dilapidated Greco-Roman temple. I pulled open the curtain and stepped inside. The booth itself was a pretty simple machine. Look, snap. As I stared into the lens, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Finished card in hand, I raced back to the station and flashed the ID at the monkey. He nodded pleasantly and handed it back.
Where do you want to go? A nearby town or a faraway town?
Far away. As far as the line will take me. The guard gave away no emotion.
Train should be along in just a few minutes.
I stared down the rails as I waited. Eventually, the train came rolling down the track towards me. My heart raced as the carriage came to a halt. I was through the doors and onto a seat, impatiently drumming my hands on my lap. The train pulled away from the station and raced into the tunnel. Sunlight flashed through the windows as we reappeared above ground. A cool breeze wafted through the air vent next to my head. How long had I been in the tunnel? Hours? Days? Minutes? The carriage lurched to a stop. I stepped out. The station was identical to the platform in Io Falls, down to the bank of lockers and the rows of plastic benches. Even the monkey-suited ticket guard was a doppelganger. What the hell is this?
Welcome to Echoville.
But this can't be. We must have gone in circles. I pushed